Hello guys, I'm CBMF Productions, and welcome to a new series, Let's Talk About and Rank. So you may be asking, what is this new series? Let me explain. Over the past few months, you've probably seen I haven't done many ranking videos after Star Wars. Despite many of you guys have requested me to do other ranking videos, considering I did a ton last year when I was starting off YouTube. A lot of you guys may be asking why I haven't done a proper one in the past few months. It really comes down to one reason. I stopped enjoying making them. They weren't hard to make and ranked in easy views. But creatively for me, they were a chore to make because they didn't allow me to expand my creativity and my video making skills. Just doing the same thing over and over again just got really tiresome. But recently, I came up with this idea to blend both my newer videos of me talking to you guys in the face cam, but also implement what you guys want to see in the ranking videos. Combining both of them allows you guys to get your ranking videos again, but also makes me more motivated to make these types of videos again. So basically, these new types of videos are gonna be about me reviewing series, going in depth to each and every single one of them plot-wise, and also make some jokes along the way, and at the end, I will give my overall ranking and review of them. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this new series, and if you guys want more suggestions, please leave your thoughts down in the comments. I'm also currently developing a second episode by the time you guys are watching this, in the Friday the 13th series since it's now officially summertime. Basically acting as a 1-2 punch pilot to see if I can actually make this series work. But yeah, that's basically the reason why I'm doing this series. Now let's get to the nitty gritty. The first franchise I'm going to cover in this new series is the Scooby-Doo series. With one of the biggest movie titles being released on the streaming in the past couple months and Scoob just being released, if you told me back in January that Scoob would be the biggest movie of the summer thus far, I would have thought you were crazy. But one pandemic later and look what happened. Now with Scoob being out, I decided to look back at the old two live-action Scooby-Doo movies from the early 2000s, written by none other than James Gunn himself. I haven't seen these movies in a hot minute before rewatching them for this video, but how do these movies compare to the new animated film? And yes, I am only counting those 3 movies. If I include those 50 or so direct-to-DVD films, we'd be here all day. But anyways, let's get into these movies. So the plot of the first Scooby-Doo live-action movie revolves around the mystery gang, of course. There's the brawn of the group, Fred, played by Freddie Prinze Jr., the damsel in distress, Daphne, played by Sarah Michelle Gellar, the brains of the group, Velma, played by Linda Cardellini, the goofy, likable klutz, Shaggy, played by Matthew Lillard, and his dog, Scooby-Doo, voiced by Neil Fanning. They solve mysteries around their town, Coolsville. I think Coolsville sucks! Yes, that's a real thing. And the movie starts out with them on their latest case, trying to capture this goal at this knockoff Willy Wonka factory, as they successfully capture another perpetrator in a suit, but after some strife and drama ensuing between the group, mainly with Fred taking all the credit for the cases, they disband. Then that cuts to 2 years later, as each member has gone their separate ways. Then all of them get invited to the same place in Spooky Island.
I guess we're like all going to Spooky Island, man.
Again, the names are top notch. All of them are invited by Emil Mondavarius, played by Rowan Atkinson, so they can solve a mystery together once more, revolving around the mysterious behavior of some of their guests at the resort. Hijinks ensue as each of the members try to solve the case on their own, but eventually all 3 paths collide as they try to chase the bad guy down. They eventually start getting picked off one by one by getting possessed by demons, leading to Shaggy and Scooby finding their partner's souls, along with dozens of other guests stuck in this whirlpool of souls that looked like slugs, leading to a lot of outdated humor and unexpected cleavage.
Hey, I can look at myself naked.
A family picture!
Eventually, the gang get their souls back and plan to stop this villain, who they believe to be Emil, but in a twist, is actually the one and only Scrappy-Doo. Scrappy-Doo was once a part of the mystery gang, but due to his egotistical mindset, he got thrown out of the gang, literally, and now wants to use the power of all these souls and demons he's collected as his army to rule over all. And after a quick final battle with the gang, he gets defeated and the day is saved, ending with the team reuniting as the mystery gang once again. Scooby-Doo 2 takes place a couple years after the first film, where the mystery gang is at an all-time high as in terms of their popularity in their town of, once again, Coolsville. But their reputations are quickly shattered when various people comes across them simultaneously from various ghouls like the Black Knight, the Pterodactyl Ghost, all controlled by this mysterious figure. There's also a reporter who's trying to slander their names for extra views, played by Alicia Silverstone. Throughout the film, Shaggy and Scooby are trying to prove to the rest of the gang that they are worthy detectives, which leads to a bunch of random scenes where they just goof around as always. Velma falls in love with the museum owner, played by Seth Green. That is as cliche as you expect. The gang being stripped of their resources and eventually having to go back to their roots to defeat and stop these various monsters, ending with the mysterious figure's plans being stopped and the culprit revealing to be Alicia Silverstone, but she's also masked and is revealed to be a past villain of the mystery gang and wants revenge for putting him away in prison before escaping. The movie ends with the gang once again reuniting as one team. Scoob is an animated reboot that focuses on the gang as kids, on how all of them met, for about the first 15 minutes. Then it cuts to them years later as the mystery gang, with the characters all acting like themselves. The gang in this movie are split up to focus on their own missions. Due to Shaggy and Scooby early in the film leave the group because Simon Cowell told them to. I'm being serious. Later that night, they get attacked by some robots. Then Shaggy and Scooby get recruited by some superheroes, including Blue Falcon, who reads all the benefits of being a famous superhero, but isn't necessarily involved in the action and leads it to his sidekicks DD Sykes and Dynamite the dog. They recruit the both of them because Scooby has a very important lineage that is essential to Dick Dastardly's plan. He and his robot army plan on getting 3 skulls so he can open up a portal to a world of riches. So Shaggy, Scooby, and the superheroes want to stop him while Daphne, Fred, and Velma try to catch up and find out what's going on. And that's as far as I'll go because it's a new movie, I don't want to spoil anything. So now with all 3 films covered, let's get into the ranking. Coming in last place, number 3 is surprisingly Scoob. Although the live action movies have plenty of issues which we'll get into, at least they feel like Scooby-Doo instead of whatever this amalgamation is. Is it terrible? No. But it has so many bizarre decisions. First off, Warner Animation turned this film to being the first film in their Hanna-Barbera cinematic universe. Hence why characters like Blue Falcon and Dick Dastardly appear, so they can eventually, I guess, get spin-off movies based on them. Although both of those characters have very fun moments throughout the movie, along with Zac Efron as Fred being a major standout, getting a lot of comedy bits to chew on.
How dare you! Dick Dastardly!
I have so many mixed feelings.
Which he's proven since the Neighbors movies that he's a really good comedic actor. But other than that, most of the other characters just kind of fall flat and you're not invested in them nor the story. Which the story is so full of cliches and coincidences. And by the time the movie gets to its ending, which they literally write themselves into a corner, not to spoil anything, but they just break their own rules so they can have a happy ending, with absolutely no explanation. The film as a whole just doesn't have the Scooby-Doo vibe. The mystery isn't that engaging, hell, I don't even think there's a mystery in the film. The mystery gets split for most of the movie so you don't get that team dynamic. The flashback scenes are all points are forgotten about within the first 15 minutes. And although there are some good jokes, voice acting, animation, it's fast paced and it is fun for families, I guess. Despite being well made, it's overall just a pile of mediocrity that's very hollow on the inside. At number 2 is Scooby-Doo 2 Monsters Unleashed. Scooby-Doo 2, although it isn't that big of a step up from Scoob, it's still a fun enough ride beginning to end. This is the only movie in these 3 movies where the gang's actually together for the entire movie and not just split up for most of the movie. The effects are slightly better this time around. The film contains some of the best comedic bits from these 3 films.
I needed that. I needed that too. You're pushing your luck, Scoob.
And overall, although I have a lot of issues with it being outdated at points, having some very cringy dialogue, some of the subplots like Velma's romance didn't really feel consequential to the story, and just being way too goofy for my taste, it's still an okay movie that does pull at my nostalgic heartstrings. Scooby and Shaggy drinking random potions and being goose is better and more memorable than the entirety of Scoob alone, so that's why it's at number 2. But coming in first place is Scooby-Doo. Is this movie good? Not really. Does it have a lot of outdated elements and references?
Yo, the Biatch was like, what? And I was like, later on.
Yeah. Am I gonna give this movie a slight pass because of my nostalgia? Probably. But out of these 3 films, I would easily rewatch this over the past 2 films. The story is fun enough to where each member of the mystery gang has something to do, and the casting is pretty spot on, especially Matthew Lillard as Shaggy. There are some pretty funny adult jokes, even though I felt the adult tone in the movie was way too heavy-handed, especially since the original cut of the movie was rated R for cleavage purposes. I wonder why. There are also a couple of other issues, mainly with Rowan Atkinson getting nothing to do, along with Isla Fisher and Shaggy's love interest, that after the halfway point is basically forgotten about and never referenced again in the film or the sequel. There are some loose threads that make the film feel incomplete in some regards, but overall it is a decent time, and out of these 3 films, I enjoyed the most. But anyways, that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you want to send a request for this series, leave them down in the comments. And also don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. I'm CBMF Productions, and I'll see you guys next time.